How do humans come into existence? Humans, like all living organisms, came into existence through the process of evolution. Evolution is the process by which different species of organisms develop and change over time through the gradual accumulation of genetic variations that are passed on from one generation to the next. The theory of evolution states that all living organisms, including humans, share a common ancestor and have evolved over millions of years through a process of natural selection. The specific origins of human beings can be traced back to a common ancestor with apes, which lived around 6 to 7 million years ago. Over time, through natural selection, a group of these apes evolved into the hominid group, which includes humans and our extinct relatives. Within the hominid group, the genus Homo evolved around 2.5 million years ago, and the species Homo sapiens, modern humans, evolved around 300,000 years ago. This process took millions of years and it's still ongoing, while the specific mechanisms and events that led to the evolution of humans are still being studied and debated by scientists. Okay, how do the different species of organisms come into existence? Organisms of different species come into existence through the process of evolution. This process is driven by natural selection, where variations that are beneficial for an organism's survival and reproduction are more likely to be passed on to the next generation. Over time, these small variations can accumulate and lead to the development of new species. What are species? A species is a group of organisms that are similar in appearance, behavior, and DNA, and are capable of interbreeding and producing fertile offspring. This is the biological definition of a species. The concept of a species is used to classify living organisms and to understand the relationships between different groups of organisms. There are many different ways to classify species, but the most widely accepted method is based on the biological species concept. What specific species evolved into humans? Humans belong to the genus Homo and the species Homo sapiens. Humans are believed to have evolved from a common ancestor shared with chimpanzees and bonobos, which belong to the genus Pan. The earliest known fossils of the human lineage are around 7 million years old, and they belong to a group of primates known as Sahelanthropus. From there, the human lineage diverged into several different species, including Orornithogenensis, Ardipithecus ramidus, and Australopithecus, before eventually leading to the emergence of Homo habilis, Homo erectus, and Homo neanderthalensis. Homo sapiens, the species to which modern humans belong, is thought to have evolved around 300,000 years ago in Africa, from a population of Homo heidelbergensis. What species evolved into the white race? The concept of race is a social construct and does not have a scientific basis. There is no scientific evidence to support the idea that different races of humans represent different species or subspecies. All humans belong to the same species, Homo sapiens, and have a common ancestry. Humans have been evolving for around 7 million years, and over time, different populations of humans have developed distinct physical and genetic characteristics due to a combination of genetic, environmental, and cultural factors. These characteristics may include differences in skin color, hair texture, and facial features. The evolution of the appearance of humans is a complex process that is influenced by many different factors, such as adaptation to different environments, genetic drift, and interbreeding. There are not separate species that evolved into different races of humans. Who are the first humans? The first humans belong to the genus Homo and the species Homo habilis. The earliest known fossils of Homo habilis have been dated to around 2.8 million years ago, and have been found in the region of East Africa, specifically in the Olduvai Gorge, Tanzania, and Lake Turkana, Kenya. Homo habilis is considered to be the first species in the genus Homo and is thought to be the first human species to have developed the ability to make and use stone tools. They are also believed to have had a larger brain size compared to the earlier hominids and walked upright. It's important to note that this is a scientific understanding based on current knowledge and evidence, and it could change with new discoveries and research. Where did civilization start? The origins of civilization, defined as the development of urban societies with complex social, economic, and political systems, can be traced back to several different regions of the world. One of the earliest known civilizations is the Sumerian civilization, which emerged in Mesopotamia, present-day Iraq, around 4000 BCE. The Sumerians developed a system of writing, as well as complex religious and social systems. They also made significant advancements in agriculture, metalworking, and architecture. Another early civilization is the Egyptian civilization, which emerged along the Nile River in northeastern Africa around 3000 BCE. The Egyptians developed a complex system of writing, as well as advanced technology in fields such as medicine, engineering, and mathematics. The Indus Valley Civilization, which existed around 3300 to 1300 BCE in what is now Pakistan and western India, is also considered one of the earliest civilizations. The Indus Valley people developed a sophisticated system of urban planning and had advanced technology in fields such as metallurgy and brickmaking. Other early civilizations include the Yellow River Civilization in China, the Minoan Civilization on the island of Crete, and the Maya Civilization in Mesoamerica. It's important to note that the concept of civilization is a broad and complex one, and it is likely that other civilizations existed in different parts of the world that are yet to be discovered or studied. Who is the richest person in history? The title of the richest person in history is a matter of debate, as it depends on how one defines and measures wealth. There are several contenders for the title depending on how one defines the wealth. One of the most commonly cited contenders for the title is the 14th century ruler of the Mongol Empire, Genghis Khan. At the time of his death in 1227, the Mongol Empire controlled a vast territory that stretched from Eastern Europe to Asia, and it is estimated that he controlled around 4% of the world's total land area. He is estimated to have a net worth of around $100 to $125 billion in today's dollars, making him the richest person in history by some estimates. Another contender is the oil tycoon John D. Rockefeller, who lived in the 19th and early 20th century. Rockefeller was the founder of Standard Oil, which at its height controlled around 90% of the oil refineries in the United States. He is estimated to have had a net worth of around $340 billion in today's dollars. Another contender is the Emperor of China, Mansa Musa I, who lived in the 14th century. During his reign, the Mali Empire controlled large amounts of gold and salt mines, and he is considered the wealthiest person in history by some estimates, with an estimated net worth of around $400 billion in today's dollars. It's worth noting that these calculations are based on estimates and assumptions, and there may be other historical figures who could also be considered as the richest person in history.